like
I got a
you
smoothie.
were saying secretist as like more secreter, the
Oh,
most secreter. I thought it was like a master of secrecy. I am the
Oh yeah, it could be the
secretist.
secretist.
that's
Yeah,
what I
like
heard too.
that was the alternative title for the illusionist.
The secretist.
No, because that is way better than the illusionist.
Yeah, they should have named it the secretist.
That is up there with if you're both familiar with the exploits of Mysterique, the master of the male mystique. He's a character on Ogloff.
Oh yes, I do know this. Yes.
I'm saying, like, I always thought Mysterique like was the best pun you could have on like a name like that, and then we started talking about the secretist.
And the secretist is the best. That's what I'm gonna. If I ever become a magician, I'll be like, oh, I don't call myself a magician. I call myself a secretist.
Secretist. That would be the only way I would accept you as a magician.
Because the secretist never reveals their magic.
Hi, Kevin. Hi, Alice.
What? Who are you saying hello to? There can't possibly be anyone to talk to. We're not live yet.
How did they get in here?
What? Oh no! It seems that we have lost all claims for the three of us to be the channel secretist, because this show
is no longer secret.
It was the secret.
Oh, the show was the secretist the whole time.
Oh.
Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and dale to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee. Dee-dee, a fwit-dee-dee-dee-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da. Ya, da, 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 da. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go! Lie, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da. Ya, da, 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 da. La, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da.
Crafting, crafting, crafting with Shoshi and Cubby. What will we make today? What is the dice of the day? Crafting, creating, collaborating. What would an octopus say? Trivia questions, hooray! Creating, clickbaiting, can't hardly waiting for the crafting show. A crafting show with Cubby and Shoshi.
Hey everyone.
Hi.
Oh, so like when I'm off camera and nobody can hear me, well, whenever I'm alone and people can't hear me, I just start making noises. And when the credits were playing, I feel like I had two good noise things that might be shareable. One is the Mr. Belvedere theme song just popped into my head. Which
I don't remember that. Please sing it.
well, chipped on the channel, never met him before. Okay, when you drop kick a jacket, as you came through the door, no one cares. But sometimes things get turned around and no one glares. According to our new arrivals, life is more than mere survival.
I remember that
And
part.
Not just live the good life, yeah.
What's the premise of Mr. Belvedere? It's like a regular family and like they save his life, so he has to be their butler. No. He shows up at their door and he's like, I must buttle. Please hire me.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like a middle-class family gets a Mary Poppins, but instead of being like the perfect nanny, it's just a mildly condescending butler.
And why did they choose they needed a nanny? That's what it was?
I do not remember at all why I watched that show a lot as a kid.
I feel like I did too.
I mean, I can recognize Bob Uecker from two things. Most people just one, which is Major League when he played the sportscaster.
We don't really have shows like that anymore.
It's been a while since we've had like a really high concept sitcom on network TV, I feel like.
Well, it's been a while since network TV has. I mean, it barely exists.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's still comedy. Abbott Elementary, from what I hear.
Oh yeah,
Disgraceful.
that's network television, and it's great.
I haven't seen it yet. I keep
Oh,
meaning
it's
to,
real
but,
good.
like,
It's like a real good sitcom.
and it's really, really Philly.
Yeah, and it's very funny. I mean, everybody's great, but like, I would love to be on that show.
Oh yes.
And I have direct experience. I used to work at a school in Philadelphia.
Well, how's your Philly accent, hon?
Hey, you guys, it's me, Mar of Easttown, the gal who cleans up all the murders.
I wasn't looking. Is someone from Philly here?
Yeah, I'm asking you not to do no more murders.
Well,
'Cause I gotta clean them up.
Shoshi, I can't hear you over whoever is yelling outside my window because I'm hearing such a Delco voice right now.
Hey, I've been to Philly like 2 times. Is this the Philly accent? I'm doing it now.
Yes, perfect.
Great.
Yeah,
Stay
sure.
hoagie.
Sure.
Hoagie.
Ogies and grinders.
I don't know what John is, but there you go.
Nobody knows. It's like saying Smurf.
I know a Smurf from Philly.
No, but like you say it like Smurfs say Smurf, except you cannot turn it into an adjective form. It's only a noun.
Yeah, it's only a noun.
Okay, but that doesn't change the fact that I know a girl named Smurfosaur and she's from Philly.
Oh, all right.
Okay, that's
That's not her
pretty
real
awesome.
name. Believe it or not.
I'm running out of water here for all the cleaning
Water.
I gotta do.
See, when I say hoagie in a Philly accent, I don't have the best Philly accent, so I just try to make every vowel sound that I can.
Yeah.
Hoagie.
Look who
Ogie.
came to say
Like,
hi.
All at
Oh
once.
boy, what a good boy. What a fluffy fellow. So
such a good
big.
Alice.
Oh my
No.
gosh, that's so true.
No. No.
I know
It's a
Smurf from
syllable
Philly.
short. It's 1 syllable short. So you got to throw an of in there. I know of a Smurf from Philly.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
I know a Smurf from Philly. Oh, actually, it does kind of work. No, never mind. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, I know a Smurf from Philly. Yeah, it works.
I don't know nothing about poetry, okay?
I
I'm kissing my
wanted to
kitty.
be very chilly. So she thought it was nice and hid in water ice, and now they call her Willie.
Well, I could tell you about her, and then that could help us write the song. I don't know. The limerick. She's got great fake boobs, more tattoos than you know what to do with, blue hair. She's a clown, and
How do I not know this person?
How
I feel
do
like
I
this
not
is
know
someone
this
I need,
person?
like a clown with blue hair and tattoos in Philly. How do I not know this person?
How have I not done a burlesque show with them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. I don't know. Maybe
You
she's
sure
not
they're
in
really
Philly
from
anymore.
Philly?
She might not. I mean, okay, so it was a few years ago that I toured with her, and their house definitely was in Philly where we started the tour. But it's been a few years, and I think she might have been gone for a while. But no, you guys should still know her anyway. I don't know. Do you know
Yeah.
a lot of strippers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do.
yeah, I know.
I feel like she would have worked at the Dolphin with me.
Smurfosaur. That's
She's
just what she goes by, just a Smurfosaur.
she's got to know Reverend Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe Randy.
Do you know Scarlet Storm too? Because she's also a Philly burlesque lady who's a clown and really awesome.
She is. I did not know she did clown.
Scarlet Storm?
I don't know her personally. She's done shows with Ren though.
I don't know who that is.
That's a friend in common for Shoshi and I who
Yeah.
does a lot of Philly burlesque.
Yeah. She was just out here not that long ago for the Hollywood Burlesque Festival.
Nice.
And stayed with me.
Salud.
Ooh.
Oh my god, you two must have had so much fun.
It was so much fun. It was really great.
I think I should take an allergy pill because I can't stop sneezing. It's very dusty. Wait,
What
Yeah.
location? What
Take a
location are
pill.
you in right now? Are you in Vegas now?
I'm in Phoenix.
Oh, in Phoenix.
Yeah. But if it's just dust, would an allergy pill help? Because it's mostly dust.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're just antihistamines, so they like
Okay.
stop your histamine response.
Yeah.
I see.
What's great about allergy pills is they actually fight because allergies are your body attacking you
Right.
because their white blood cells are real dumb.
They are not smart.
They are not smart.
I got
we-
one job. I got one job, and I have to do it. That's a white blood cell.
I'll do it to everything.
Yeah. Am I doing it? Am I doing my job?
All right, I'm gonna go get an allergy pill, and when I come back, do you want to talk about the crafty things that I have before me?
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Awesome. Okay, be right back.
Today I learned ACAB includes white blood cells.
No, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of white blood cells. Like I wish there was a way you could talk them down though.
There is, but it's kind of sketchy.
Go on.
You give yourself hookworm.
Blah.
Do you know about this?
No, go on.
Well, see, the thing is, we have a lot of people have a heightened allergy response, and it's for a reason, actually. And it's kind of because we got so used to having the parasite hookworm in us that
Oh.
so if you have allergies bad enough and nothing will help and they're driving you crazy, and it's potentially, I don't really know, so I always hesitate to say things I've heard about possible helpful for chronic conditions, but Crohn's disease is perhaps also alleviated in some cases by this, where if you just get yourself hookworm,
Oh.
your allergies your immune system is no longer overfunded and underutilized. It just joins the fight and everything kind of normalizes out. That being said, if you don't have that allergy response and you get hookworm, you are not going to love life.
Uh-oh.
I mean, you're going to be
Wait.
super fatigued and tired because your body's fighting
I already
this
am.
parasite.
I could get hookworm. I'm already super fatigued and tired, and my body's always fighting.
It might. If you want some, it's easy enough to do. You just go to a country where hookworm hasn't been eliminated from the population, take your shoes off, and walk around wherever people poop.
That
but
sounds
could
like
you-
what we could do for our honeymoon, I guess.
Could you approximate something else? Like can you because basically it's an overimmune response because yeah, you said overfunded and underutilized. Can you I don't know, just lightly stab yourself ever so often? Would that work too?
No, because that's your clotting effect.
But don't white blood cells come to any injury site?
No, well, they're primarily a search and destroy operation.
Wait, is it white blood cells for allergies? I thought it was histamines.
It's all part of the body response.
We are doctors.
We are doctors. Don't listen to us. Please don't try anything we say at home. We are crafters. We are not doctors.
You could trust us on crafting stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
not even that.
you can trust me about all that hookworm stuff because I learned that on This American Life. So
Hey, I have a legit question. I'm about to do some very small resining. And do you think I
Ooh.
need to wear a respirator just to
Yes.
do? Damn it.
Yes.
I have one. I just hate wearing it.
Yeah, you don't
What-
want even a small amount of poison.
Oh.
I will ask real quick, what kind of resin is it?
Well, I have the I normally use the UV resin, but for
Oh,
this
so it's not weed?
I have that too. I'm gonna-
Because the weed resin, you definitely want that in your lungs, but every other kind of resin, I think you don't.
Yeah. I have so many different ways of putting that in my lungs. The world got really creative as far as how to put that stuff in you. But no, I'm going to use the 2-part resin for this project.
I was once at a house party and they had they had an atomizer thing with the blue. Oh man, that was smooth.
Yeah.
Whew.
I've missed those.
Sorry,
Okay.
I dropped a makeup thing underneath my chair.
Do
in my
you guys
car.
Oh no.
Oh,
Now
Do you
I'm
guys
looking
know
for it.
Evelyn very well?
Evelyn?
Yeah.
on the channel?
Yeah, one of our Patreons.
Oh yeah, Evelyn. I mean
Yeah.
Evelyn Evermore. I mean
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever met Evelyn in actual IRL.
Well, I mean,
Life.
like as far as, commenting and chatting goes.
Why is my picture big?
Oh,
to
I wanted
help
to
you
make sure
find
we
what
could.
you dropped.
Yeah, so you could
wanted
see
to
it
me
better.
awkwardly fiddle around. Okay, I got it.
Oh, okay. I'll set it back now.
Well, the reason I was asking about Evelyn is she won the Patreon what is it called when somebody wins
The
the
prize
prize, the
that
monthly
we do
prize.
every month.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Evelyn
we should
won.
know the word for
And
that. Drawing?
what?
Raffle?
I don't know if it's, I guess I don't know how it works. Maybe Tommy knows. But anyway, every month we give one of our Patreon saints a gift. And
Yeah,
this
for
this
being
month
awesome.
Evelyn got hers. Evelyn got something from me. So I'm going to be sending Evelyn it's a secret, it's a surprise. So I'm not going to show it just in case she watches after the fact, because I know everyone does go watch all of our videos, whether they were there or not. I sure do. Yes, I do. No, I don't. And I also happened to recently acquire one of these. It's a
Ooh.
glass drip pen.
Ooh.
Oh, cool. I've always wondered about those.
Yeah, I never used one before until now, and so far all I've done is make some to-do lists with it, which is very boring. So I'm gonna write Evelyn a nice little note to put in her package,
Aw.
but I have no idea what to say. What should I say?
Good question.
Oh, and I got this nice green ink.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What does the writing look like?
Well, I will show you one of my to-do lists.
Very, very Hamlet, Reverend Tommy. Very Hamlet of you.
That's a good. We should make that a saying. Yo, that's real Hamlet of you.
So hammy.
Wait,
Oh,
can
wait,
we
that's
go back
already
to the
taken out.
Philly accents for that? Whoa! Check out that Prince of Denmark over here. Somebody's feeling Hamlet-y.
Oh, Rosencrantz, Guildenstern. Yous guys.
What's he gonna do next? Hold a skull and start talking to it.
Oh,
Whoa, whoa.
I don't know how to do Philly.
Hey, nobody hide behind any tapestries. Not with this guy around.
oh, you know what I mean. Oi. I don't know what
So
happened.
here's some
there.
here's some writing that I've done with it.
Make her big. Make her big.
make my big.
Oh,
It
it's
looks
just sort of like a regular pen.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you could tell, I did some little leafy things with the green one.
Yeah. But do
Yeah,
you have
so-
to like dip it? I want to see you
Oh,
do it. Can
so
you make
the
your
dip-
camera?
The dip covered about all of this. That was one dip.
Yeah.
Wow.
Um,
A friend
Do you
of
want
mine
me to-
got one of those when I was in college, and like I saw it in action, and it's so beautiful how it uses it sucks up the ink with capillary action, and it's
Oh.
really gorgeous
yeah,
stuff.
and it feels nice.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
Do you want me to try and put my camera up?
Yes,
my
I want
craft cam?
to see it because I have to live vicariously through you because there are some things that a Shoshi can never own, and that's one of those
Glass.
things because I will lose it. I will lose it so fast.
Mm.
But I like to watch other people have it and use it.
I can't have one because I will break it immediately.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I'm concerned about that as well, but it was a nice. So the festival I just did in Tennessee, the smallest festival I've ever done, but
Aw.
all the vendors that were near our stage loved us so much. They were so grateful that our show wasn't terrible that they had to watch 4 times a day.
Oh yeah.
And they all gave us little gifts. So I got this pen, and another lady gave me, this is a ceramic starfish necklace.
Gorgeous.
I'm going to a neon party, a blacklight party this weekend. So I put some blacklight paint on it.
Nice.
That
And
is
what
so
else did
great
I
for
get?
Echo.
I know, it's very Echo. It's also Kitty too, because I'm a deep sea mermoth alien.
Mm.
I'm a deep sea mermoth from outer space.
If you put glow paint, anything that glows in the dark, like I'm sold.
That is
Yeah.
so awesome and accurate. I love that phrase, Kitty.
Thanks. It feels good.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
feels correct.
I'm gonna see if I could get this craft cam set up, and then I'll try writing a note.
Well,
Oh boy.
I have a little craft prepared for while you're working on that. Because I have like a character,
Ooh.
a new character.
A character craft?
Yeah, I started doing this character in the mirror, and I was like, oh, I should work this out like on camera.
Okay, don't bring me in until after I get it set up.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I forgot about the sound issue. I gotta go get my earbuds.
So what I did is I was ill the other week.
Oh,
Had
I'm
a
sorry.
little head cold, but my throat was bothering me. I got some cough drops, and I ended up playing with the wrappers, and I ended up realizing that if I put a rolled up wrapper in one corner of my mouth and then I keep it there, and I started to really like the crazy things my face did to compensate for that. So I was like, this is good. I'll start it with a bit of a Cockney accent because it seemed the most accessible to it. But then I was like, I don't know. I always do English accents. Maybe I over rely on them. So I started doing more of a New York thing, you know? It just seemed I needed something like as big as my face was starting to get, you know?
Yeah. You're doing a Marlon
Yeah.
Brando.
Well, little Brando, little De Niro, you know, whatever. You know, it's a mixed bag.
I love this character.
Yeah, and I figured, you know, I would just grab a lighter without any fluid, and then every once in a while, just, and just move on with, you know. But
I
like
love this
every minute or so,
character.
I try lighter and then I give up.
This could be a good clown character because, like, you don't even need. I mean, I like the words, and it doesn't have to be, but it might be fun to explore as a clowning character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. The words feel very important because, like, I
Yeah.
like all of the work it takes to overcompensate for not using, you know, half of my mouth.
Right.
And I feel like everything kind of came out of that. And then I was like, oh, well, you know, if the little cigarette doesn't, you know, work for the situation, as it were, I also have some toothpicks.
Ah.
So
Yeah, because like if you're doing it for kids, you don't want the cigarette.
yeah, mostly because I don't know, like, I don't know if it would land that it was a cigarette. But
Oh no,
I thought
it's funny that you don't realize it's a cigarette until you bring the lighter out and try and light it.
yeah, and then
Like that's very funny.
I mean, honestly, I think I'd love to do. I should prepare a monologue for this character.
Yes. It's definitely
and
yes.
And then I can end the whole thing where it's like, well, my cigarette break is over. And I
love this
throw it down and I
character.
just walk off stage.
I love this. Cubby, I love this. It's a great idea.
But I also was gonna tell you about my toothpick, because here's the thing about me. I overthink everything.
You?
Yeah, I know. I seem so cool and calm all the time, but it's an illusion. I was doing a virtual murder mystery, and the character, like, I was
Okay,
like,
bring it in.
toothpick in the mouth. All right.
And the character was what?
And the character had a toothpick in the mouth. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'll fix this.
And the thing is, like,
Oh,
you
that
put a
fixes it.
normal toothpick in your mouth, it doesn't really show up on camera.
Oh.
Very small. So
Paint it. Then it doesn't look like a toothpick.
what?
I said paint it, but then it doesn't look like a toothpick.
No, what I did, because this shows up nice, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
you
what
painted
did
it?
you do? Is it 2 toothpicks?
No, it's a bamboo skewer
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
that I shaped the ends into points, but what I end up with is just a really big toothpick that doesn't look weirdly big unless you're, like, right up on it. So this
And you
is
can
the
really
toothpick
I love it.
I used it for the show, and then my Welshman in Merry Wives needed a toothpick for one scene. So I was like, I got the perfect thing, because I'm like, this will read from stage.
Yeah.
So I have a little case now of backups, but
That's so smart. So fun. Are you of the opinion that clowns can talk?
well, I mean, like, clowns can talk. It comes down to the intelligence of the clown, though. There are clowns that cannot talk, and there are clowns that can talk. When I developed a clown in the Red Nose workshop I took with Giovanni Fusetti, I took a weekend one and a week-long one, and I developed a clown in both of them, and one of them was verbal, and the other was very much not verbal.
Cool.
But, like, that also came from, like, how smart they were. my second clown was very stupid, wonderfully stupid. But also, as I've been developing my clown look, I've
Yeah.
kind of been going aesthetics first for the clown I've been using as my go-to, which is maybe not the way to do it, but whatever. He's got a very small nose because I just paint the heart on my nose.
Yes, I've seen the pictures. It looks so good.
But that means he's very smart, because the bigger your nose is, the dumber you are, and the smaller your nose is, the more intelligent you are as a clown, as a general rule.
Mm.
Which, is slightly heartbreaking to be like, of course. But also, like, I do that makeup and I feel very capable of sardonic.
Yeah.
Like, it's clear.
Also, like, smart. Really, it's that. Well, I don't know. Like, the smarter you are. Like, Mo is the smartest.
Oh yeah. Well, clown hierarchies. It's very interesting. In the red nose tradition, clown hierarchies are by intelligence, but it's the smarter you are, the more responsibility you have to take for other clowns. It's like being a sibling.
Ah.
You just get stuck with more work. Which ends up being fascinating. Clown hierarchy work is so. I recommend everyone has a chance to like make a clown and then line up in order of importance. And it took like a couple of hours to work through, and it was fascinating the entire time.
I bet.
I love it so much.
Make Kitty's hands big.
Oh, yes.
I
wish I could get the camera any closer, but
I
Kitty.
pressed the wrong button. There we go.
Yeah.
I can't get it any closer.
Look how smooth it writes.
Oh, that is such a great pen.
Lovely.
This ink is not as good as the black ink that I have, but I couldn't find the black ink, but that's okay. This ink is fun because it's green.
Yeah, I was going to say big advantage in that it's green, and that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a nice green too.
I know. There was a couple other greens, but I picked this one because it was pretty.
The good green.
Okay. So on my to-do list, I have to figure out a character monologue.
Oh, for this character?
For this character. Maybe that's what I'm
Yeah.
going to do for this month's Happy Failure show.
Yeah, what would this guy want to talk about? I feel like he'd want to like rant about something, possibly.
I feel like he'd want to impart wisdom. He'd be like, but I gotta tell you.
Yeah,
All right.
wisdom.
Let me tell you what it's really about, okay?
The sun is a mass of incandescent gas. A gigantic nuclear furnace. Where hydrogen is turned into helium at a temperature of millions of degrees. You know it. I know it. But now they're telling me it's incandescent plasma?
What's it? What's that make it? Some sort of miasma?
Some sort
That's
of
crazy.
miasma?
You can't maintain a miasma in space for that size, that amount of time. Do you know how long the sun has been there?
Hasn't the Earth been there longer than the sun?
No, I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody really knows how old the Earth is, technically. There's just theories. Mostly
Estimations.
yeah, because there's a crust creation process, which means there's like which means there is a very hard line on just how old a rock you can find. So we know the Earth is as old as the oldest rock that's part of the Earth. Now, we know the Earth is older than the moon. That we know for certain.
Which is sad, because no one knows the Earth's birthday then.
Oh,
Yeah, I just celebrate on Earth Day, you know. I figure one
It's like
day's
with-
as good as the other, right?
It's like with horses, where you're like, all the birthdays are just January 1st.
Yeah. Just one big party for all of the horses. That's how we did it in my old office. Every horse that worked there, we just celebrated their birthdays in January. I'm trying to think of another educational song that I can paraphrase.
WAP.
Oh, yeah. What about
WAP.
I don't know that song though.
You don't know WAP?
No, I don't know I know of it, but I don't know the lyrics. You know,
How does a bill become a law?
Well, you see, a bill is a mass incandescent gas. All right.
What?
Yeah, it's like a gigantic nuclear furnace, and it's sitting there on Capitol Hill. Ticking freaking time bomb, okay? They don't tell you this in civics because they don't want you to know the truth. Yeah. They're hiding the truth from it. I'd say wake up, sheeple, but the sheeple ain't gonna wake up, are they? We need the goatsel, the goat people to wake up, all right? Wake up, goat people!
Wake up.
It's hard because you count sheep and they make you fall asleep.
Yeah, that's why. Never count sheep, never count on sheep, okay? Never count on sheep. They'll let you down every time. They'll break your damn heart.
Like that sheep who ran away in New Zealand and lived in a cave and his fur got real long and shaggy.
Yeah, like Shrek. Like Shrek the sheep.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's beautiful.
Would you like me to read it to you?
Yes.
Yeah, Evelyn's not on the air, not on the chat, right?
Oh, Evelyn just got here.
Oh, well then shut up. Nothing happened.
Hi,
We don't know
Evelyn.
nothing.
Hi, Evelyn.
Hey, we ain't talking about nothing. You don't need to worry a thing about anything that's going on, okay? All right, no, don't worry. Don't worry.
No, don't leave. You don't have to leave.
No, stay.
Yeah, stay.
The
We'll
surprise
tell
is
you.
coming.
I'll tell you what's going on, but without any spoilers.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think you already know that you won the. We need to figure out what is it, a raffle? Is it a raffle? I don't know.
award?
I think we can just call it the Patreon prize, right?
The Patreon prize.
Yeah.
Evelyn, you already know that you won the Patreon prize. And it's coming from me this month. And so I wanted to write you a note to put in the package with my very fancy glass dip pen and super fancy green ink. So I just got finished writing the note and I was going to read it. But now I'm not going to because I don't want to spoil it for you. Not that it's a very exciting
So your
note.
arrival was perfectly timed, Evelyn.
Yeah,
that
exactly the right
worked out
time.
really well.
Yeah. It's like we planned it, but we didn't because we definitely don't plan things.
Oh,
No.
hey, gang. We got a question.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What's everyone's opinion on Benny Hill's comedy?
I just
know what?
really love the song.
I
Yakety
really
sax.
only ever seen parodies. I don't think I've ever actually seen an actual Benny Hill routine.
Same.
So I don't know.
I mean, I've seen like tiny sketches, but he mostly does like very quick gags and moves on to the next one. So it sounds like I might have been exposed to the most Benny Hill of the three of us.
Yes.
I haven't seen like a full episode of anything.
Yeah, I have a vague recollection of it when I was a kid, but I think it's just really just being aware of Benny Hill as a person in relation to Yakety Sax.
Yeah, also, I think it was an infomercial I used to catch on daytime TV where you could order the best of Benny Hill.
Oh,
But-
yeah, I remember that. I think that's the most exposure I have had.
Yeah, that must be where it came from.
Yeah.
So I would say my overall impressions are it's kind of the Abrams Zucker school of comedy, which is just keep throwing jokes, and so it doesn't matter if only half of them hit.
Except with the Zucker, they're all funny and perfect.
Well, depending on which movie.
Yeah.
There was kind of a diminishing returns.
Eventually, yeah. My favorite story about that is when Airplane came out, so like at the time, kind of the biggest comedy people were coming out of the Lampoon, out of the Harvard Lampoon. And you know, it was like Animal House and like, you know, those kind of movies, and they're like, we're the funniest people on earth, no one can ever be funnier than us. And then Airplane came out, and they were all so mad. They're like, who are these dummies from the Midwest being funnier than we could ever even conceive? Ah!
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
I will say there is also
You wanna talk
Leslie
about
Nielsen,
Kentucky? Right, who didn't know he was in a comedy.
which is what made him funny. And
Yeah.
then when he started thinking he could do comedy, he started trying to do comedy, and he was awful. That was the start of just the slide downwards. But like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we can blame it totally on one person, because, like, you know, the script is the most important part. But
yeah, but like peak, like Airplane, Top Secret, the first Naked Gun. I mean, the Naked Guns were all pretty good, but the first one, and honestly, that
Police
wasn't
Academy,
quite as good as Police Squad.
Police Squad. Oh my
Yeah.
God. There's stuff in Police Squad that I like, that blew my mind, and still, like, for those of you who haven't seen it, they would always do a thing at the end where they'd end in a freeze frame, but it wasn't an actual freeze frame. It was literally just everybody freezing, and one person or one thing would always be unfrozen.
Like,
So like
like the guy escapes
yeah,
because
like the
everyone's
bad,
frozen, and he's just looking around, and he's
yeah,
like,
and he like uncuffs himself and leaves. Or one time they're like pouring a glass of water, and the water just keeps pouring and pouring and pouring. Or like that is so smart and so funny. I'm like, oh, it like makes me angry.
mm. But
Did you ever
like,
see
well,
Kentucky Fried Movie?
I have seen it, and I would only recommend it as a
Like historical artifact.
if yeah, it's interesting to see them before
Yeah.
they nailed it,
Yeah.
but it's a lot less funny
Yeah.
because they hadn't nailed it yet.
So you all get to see me. This is my it's my last school show for Midsummer. So this is my Amazon. I ended up making the fake hair work. I figured it out.
It looks so good.
I wish I would have been here on Fake Hair Day. I could have helped you.
Oh, it was a disaster, but I figured it out later. I realized I have to do it at home because I have to be able to see the back of my head.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise it just like ends up no good. But yeah, this is my look for the Amazon with our like fighting.
Brr.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I like it. All right, let's see the outfit now.
Oh yeah, no, that's at the theater. I
Okay,
don't have
fine.
that.
That's
But
fine.
I should have some pictures soon that I can show you. I have good
Cool.
pictures from Winter's Tale that I've posted on my Instagram, but I don't have any good pictures yet from Midsummer.
I do love those
How
Winter
did I
Tales
not see
pictures.
that? I follow you on Instagram. How have I not seen that? Maybe I haven't been looking at Instagram that much.
One of them is of a bear because I'm playing the bear.
All right, I'm gonna go looking for it.
As in exit pursued by me.
Right.
Exit pursued by Shoshi.
Also, if you look at that bear picture, that was taken in the previews before they had gotten me claws. So it's a bear costume and then my little tiny hands. I'm also going to ask them, because right now the bear is kind of scary, but like that's the transition when the play becomes a comedy. So I want to ask them if after I come out, I can like growl and stand up and then be like, oh, gunk, gunk, gunk. You know, like pat my belly, rub my hands together, and then chase after.
Mhm.
Oh, that's some
After Autolycus.
That's some good bear work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yes. Oh, yes. You should show them off.
Wait, are those the ones that I made?
Yeah, that's right.
Yay! I was really happy with those. That's actually like the last thing I made in Shrinky Dinks. I haven't made any Shrinky Dink art in a really long time. I'm gonna order some sheets and maybe I'll do that because I'm here. I'm missing next week. My partner is having some minor heart surgery.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's all gonna be fine.
Okay.
But it's
You
Wednesday
don't wanna
morning and
just
I
do a crafting show? You don't want to just like do a crafting show during that time?
not particular. I mean, I could be like, let's go into the surgery room and see what's happening.
Where are your priorities?
Surgery is such an important craft.
It's got sewing. It's got magnifying tubes, magnifying glasses.
Like opening something up and trying to figure it out.
Putting it back together again. But then I will be back next week, not in my car, in my regular setup. So maybe I'll start doing some Shrinky Dink stuff again because I miss doing it. Yeah.
I kind of want to make some earrings for my glow party. I want to make some cool neon because I got neon Poscas.
They make neons? Ooh.
Yep.
What's a Posca?
Posca pens, those paint pens that I both like.
They're such good quality. I've tried the other. They're the best brand. Like they're a little more expensive, but it's so worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you used the mopper yet?
No, but I've watched lots of videos.
I love those. It makes my cardboard stuff
using it
so fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's like the best way to paint dice too.
Oh
really?
Yeah. I just watched a video. Amazing results. You use the paint pen, and then before it dries, you rub it on just a sheet of printer paper.
Oh, and it leaves the paint in the pips?
Yeah. Well, it's especially good for like decorative dice and stuff.
And I've found it sticks to plastics like very, very well. Which is rare in a paint. Like even Sharpie sometimes will like wash off of Shrinky Dinks. but the Posca stuff really stays. I wish I could show you all pictures. I'm doing some set design and prop making for a really cool immersive show that I'm working on, but it's not open to the public yet, and I signed an NDA, so I really can't show what thank you so much, Quad Kevin. But I wish I could show you what I'm working on, because I'm doing some really cool stuff, and I'm using those Posca markers to like add some really interesting like texture and looks, and I'm like, ooh, this sticks to plastic really well. But as soon as I can show you what I'm doing, I will, because I'm very proud of it. It's like
Yay.
a level that I've never done stuff on before, so it's a little scary.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
That sounds very awesome.
Do you want to know another thing I'm working on right now?
Yes, please.
So,
Ooh, I
This
like that
needs-
shape.
yeah, this is gonna get another coat of this color, and then I'm gonna put this really shimmery kind of greenish blue on top of it. And then all the
Ooh.
white pieces are going to be covered in this pink fur. And then on top of the pink fur, I've started sculpting these little lakes. And so
Oh.
I'm going to paint those and fill them with resin and cute stuff. And then those are going to go on top of the fur.
I love that.
Yeah, and there's going to be rhinestones and fringe. And then I'm going to make mini ones with these little mountainy things. And these are going to have fur on top of them. And they're going to be painted all pretty. And
You're making like an alien landscape.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love that. It's going to look so cool.
Yeah, and it'll be the kind of thing where you can put it on a table or you could hang it on the wall.
I love that. Wow,
very
that's
excited.
so cool. Are you how are I don't know if this is an awkward question to ask, but like how are sales for your stuff, Kitty?
Oh, since I've gone back to work, I haven't really been bothering with selling.
Right.
So, when I first started making stuff a million years ago and had an Etsy, I would get random sales from people that weren't like seeing my social media and stuff. And then when I went back to selling stuff this time around, I made a Shopify instead of Etsy. So I have this
because
website.
Etsy's like not good anymore, really.
Yeah. Well,
I heard
Shopify-
Etsy killed a cat,
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. I kicked the puppy.
like in an alleyway. It's gross.
Shopify is fine because I get to have a website. So when I, am trying to apply for festivals and stuff, they get to look at a website and it's like, oh, okay, that's legit. Because that's what they do. They just look and see if you have a website. I don't know. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, you asked me
Shopify.
how sales and stuff were going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with Shopify, like, I just don't even really like when I was. It's really just the website is really just so that I can apply to festivals, and then as far as selling my stuff, like when I post things, I might sell something, and then when I go to art markets and stuff, I'll sell stuff. But I haven't really been putting any focus on any of that since I've been back to work.
That's cool. I guess like art markets is where I was, because your stuff's super cool. And I'm like, I hope when you go to an art market, people are like, yes. You know what I mean?
I did well at the ones I did. Yeah.
Sweet. Cool.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
And what I've been looking at next is I'm looking at gallery things where they're taking submissions. So I want to get a series up of these little lakes, because the lakes are hope lakes, and that's for you to go and find all your hope in. And I'm going to make like little bitty ones so that you can just have like a little one and take with you, instead of like, they're not all going to be big painting ones. But the hope lakes and the no fear mountains, they're supposed to take away your fears and give you hope.
I love that, Kitty. I love that so much. And I
Yeah.
love how like weird and alien, but still like adorable and accessible.
Yeah.
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 Like,
It's
it's
going to
a
be
really-
very cute and magical. And oh, I didn't even finish telling you about this part. Okay. So we're going to have the fur is where the white part is, and that's where all the lakes and mountains are going to go. I might put a little island in here, but I don't know. We'll see. Because the blue, the water, like I said, it's going to have the shiny stuff. And then I've got this silicone to go over the top of it. And I'm going to have all kinds of glitter and stuff mixed in the silicone. And the silicone's going to give it also a texture. So
Yeah.
everything on the whole canvas is going to have neat textures.
I love it.
Awesome.
I love the like, yeah, like the texture of the fur, and then like the glossiness of the river and the little patches of glossy. That's going to be like very pleasing to look at.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
The mountains and the lake, what are those? What color are those going to be? What like?
So I've gone through. It's like I got the fur, and the fur was too long, and I had really saturated different like bright colors. But the fur was way too long. I have another plan for that, for a canvas that we have a couple of canvases that a friend gave us a few years ago that are like 3x6 or 4x6 or something.
Oh, good. I was going to say like, oh, you should do a really big one.
Yeah.
Hell
So
yeah.
the fur that's way too long, I'll make a really big one. And then so I got some shorter fur, but it's not the right color. But then I realized, oh, I could just change the color scheme. So I'm going to go for like a very pastel-y looking kind of thing. So I'm thinking that I don't know. I'm going to have to play with colors, but it is going to end up being a kind of pastel look.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I like, because like you got the pink and the turquoise. Yeah. So like, I don't know, whatever color, like.
Yeah,
is
it
in
might
that
be
universe.
yellow or orange or blue.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Like whatever you feel, right?
Yeah, I might try. Oh gosh, that'll be really hard. I was gonna say I might try like I hate using this word, but everybody knows what it means. Ombre, a blend, a gradient.
Yeah, like a homie.
Uh-huh.
Or like a cowboy that's your friend.
Yeah,
Oh, shoot.
exactly.
I went away. What did I miss?
was
Last thing I heard was I hate using this word.
Oh, I said ombre, and then I immediately remembered gradient. But yeah, so I might do like color to color, but that'll be kind of hard because of the shape. So I don't know. But yeah,
Oh no.
I don't know. It's
I
gonna be
can't
very
hear any
colorful and
volume
pretty
anymore.
and sparkly.
Yeah, I don't know if this
Can
is...
you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't hear the last thing you said.
It's actually fine because I actually got to go. The reason I went away is because my alarm went off that tells me it's time to go. But
Oh.
Kitty, you'll have to tell me later what you said because I'm very curious.
Oh, ombre.
But I can't hear anything.
Oh.
Oh,
I love
we
you
could
all.
yell.
What?
Ombre!
But I meant gradient.
I love you too. Okay, all right. I'll see you both. Not next week, but the week after. I love you both. I love chat. I'll see you later. Happy crafting, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, she's gone.
No.
I can't. So I don't think this is a helpful idea, but one possibility for one would like a place that would be very cool for one of these pieces would be like under glass on a coffee table.
Yeah.
So like you pick up your glass and you peek into this whole alien world that's underneath.
I like it. Yeah, they could go all over. I don't know. Yeah. I'm starting to get spacey now. Shoshi left and all my focus is gone.
Well, I wasn't sure if you meant like spacey as in like kind of absent-minded, or if you were just like really into celestial Because, like,
Well, it's both. I mean, we all know.
yeah, with the deep sea mermoth from space, like, could go either way.
Maybe this landscape that I'm making is, well, the planet she's from.
Maybe.
Yeah. Although it's not the deep sea, it's the land, but that's okay. She travels.
Yeah. Though
Um,
it's fun to think about, like, if there's intelligent life on Europa underneath in the endless oceans underneath the ice.
I like to think yes.
Yeah, I like to think that they're better to each other than humans are.
I don't think there's any way they possibly couldn't be. Because humans are terrible.
Yeah, but if there's one thing humans have taught me is that whenever you think a human's done the worst thing a human can do, another human's just gonna come around and do something worse.
Yeah. This is early for me. I'm still waking up.
That is totally understandable.
I
It still
wake
feels
up
early
and-
for me, and it's 1:30 for me.
Yeah. It's 10:30 here, so like it doesn't it's I don't know. I usually wake up and then I like exist for like 2 hours or so, and I'll drink my coffee and everything. Oh, that's what it is. I haven't had caffeine.
Oh. See, I don't know if I don't think caffeine does anything to me, but like sipping a coffee is just such a wonderful feeling.
Mm-hmm. Caffeine definitely helps me.
The first time I tried a Jolt Cola, I'd heard about them for the longest time. Finally got my hands on one, a cola with extra caffeine. Teenage Proto Cubby was very excited at this, and I drank it and I got so sleepy.
Oh no.
I just needed a nap after all that caffeine. Which is
That's so disappointing. What about when you drink Four Loko?
well, when you're ADHD, sometimes caffeine just soothes you.
I have my coffee from yesterday sitting there, and I took a sip of it, and it tasted not so good. I think probably because it had milk in it.
I mean, I've drank my share of coffee with milk that sat out.
I know. That's why I was surprised it tasted weird, because that doesn't I drink yesterday's coffee all the time.
Yeah, it usually takes longer than that for it to turn. So like,
Yeah. But I didn't want to get an upset tummy and puke up all my medicine, so I decided not to drink it.
oh no, that was an excellent choice. No, I wasn't saying that about your judgment. Just
No, I know.
as I am judging that cup of coffee right now.
I'm still thinking about drinking it. So it's in the other room though.
Well, it is true that if I drink enough caffeine, it will make me poop.
And if you drink enough caffeine, it'll kill you.
That doesn't sound like a good death.
No, it sounds very full of anxiety.
Yeah, that probably just feels real bad. Like, ugh. There's this scene. Did you ever see the movie Thank You for Smoking?
Yes. Oh, when they put all the patches on him?
Yeah, and the thought of like a nicotine patch death is just like, that went into my personal horror show.
I don't know. It might be fun at first. You get all zingy and then you start to, no, that would feel horrible. Yeah. No, I remember when I was trying to quit smoking with the patches, and I, instead of buying the patches the way they're supposed to be bought, I would buy because the first step is stronger nicotine, then the next step is lower, and the next step is lower. And the funny thing is, they get more expensive as you get lower, I think. And then no, they don't get more expensive. They just have nicotine in them. So in my brain, that's more expensive. They have less nicotine in them the lower down you get. So
you're paying the same amount for less nicotine.
Right. But it's supposed to be the same amount of time. But whatever, I never did it the right way. I always bought the really strong ones. And then as I went down, I would cut them smaller. And so I would get to the point where I was like reducing the size of my nicotine patch. And then I'd be like, oh God, I feel so sick. And I'm like, oh, time to make that smaller.
I mean, that's not a bad way to do it, really.
Yeah, it kind of worked, but I didn't quit smoking. I just started vaping.
I mean, the problem I had with the patch is I just couldn't get the dang things to light.
No, that's good. I liked it. I might say that if I ever remember next time it comes up. I'm just gonna rip your joke off.
It's an old joke. I stole it. Feel free to steal it and give it a life. Bring it out. Let it see the world.
Yeah.
That's the thing about jokes is like ultimately, I don't think we're supposed to have a mechanism to recognize the authorship of a particular joke. I think we're just supposed to steal them and send them on and just say them
and just enjoy jokes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch out for the heavy metal poisoning. Heavy metal can't poison me. I'm made of metal.
Heavy metal poisoning? You mean letting it rock?
Yeah, I tried to say something really metally, but it didn't quite come out that way because I'm spacey. I don't do things in the morning. But I'm still doing this because it's more fun than not doing it.
That's important.
Which is why there's not a whole lot that I'll do first thing when I wake up. I mean, I could also set an alarm and wake up earlier, but I don't want to.
Well, I mean, like your body kind of finds when it's best for it to work, I think.
Yeah. And that's why waking up at like 8:30, 9 o'clock is nice. Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about something more interesting.
No, well, I mean, like I generally don't wake up before 10.
Oh, right. You get to start later though, because you're on the East Coast.
Yeah. So I'm cheating, honestly. Like I would be way more dazed from lack of sleep if I had to do this 2 or 3 hours earlier, like you and Shosh.
Yeah. I'm gonna go move to the East Coast just so I can have time work in my favor.
And Evelyn, that's just out your butt. Trust me. There comes a time in the morning when it just throws the peristalsis into overdrive.
I like when I take one sip of coffee and I'm like, oh, that's my cue. Gotta go.
Yep. Coffee gets you going.
Thank you, John. Yeah, that's something that's more like what I was working towards. I just didn't quite get there.
Yeah. No, I knew you were getting there.
You knew where I was going for, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to turn off my craft cam since I'm not really making anything anymore? Yeah.
That's
now
a good
it's
call.
just me and you.
I just kind of stopped thinking about that. Thanks for reminding me that you haven't done anything on that camera for like an hour now.
Whoopsie. But I wrote Evelyn a lovely note.
Which everyone got to see except for her, which is perfect. Because, Evelyn, you will see it pretty soon.
Yeah, it's going to come to your house.
Yeah, you're going to
That's
get
right.
the best view of anyone.
I know where you live now. Yes, you did. It's even got a heart on it.
Ooh. That's rough. Because I love sipping coffee, but man, sipping coffee while you're driving, that's a good feeling.
Yeah. I love drinking coffee when I'm driving, even though like I don't need energy because all I'm doing is sitting there. But I still want to do it.
But you need energy though. You need that focus.
Focus, yeah. Do you ever drive? You're driving and like you're just thinking about stuff and it's quiet and you're the only one in the car, or maybe not the only one in the car. And all of a sudden you realize like you weren't really even seeing the road. You were just thinking about the stuff in your mind and you were not paying attention to driving. And like, how did you not wreck?
Oh yeah. Well, like you've trained your body to do, but I've definitely done that thing where I come to and I don't remember the last half hour or something.
But subconsciously your body was just taking over the driving.
Hopefully, because I
lanes and
can't
stuff.
prove it. So fingers crossed I didn't kill anyone. But yeah, I've done that a lot.
I didn't notice killing anybody, so it's probably fine.
It's especially disconcerting when you just kind of like you're home.
Uh-huh.
And you don't remember getting there. You're just like, oh, I'm parked. Huh.
So when I was a really bad girl back when I lived in New Orleans, not that I was a bad girl the whole time I lived in New Orleans, but when I was younger and dumber and naughtier, I would drive to the French Quarter and go party and then drive home. And my house is like, 10 or 15 minutes away from the French Quarter, but I would drive home after being out drinking and stuff and then like wake up in my car in the driveway. Like I like made it home and then passed out.
I
don't recommend. Like I said, this was back when I was a very naughty girl.
No, I have a similar story from more recent in my life, so less excusable, but like, because I usually plan I'm like, I don't drink unless everything's set up so that I know when I'm driving, and there was this one night I just finished a month-long run doing a murder mystery dinner theater show. And somebody in the business like comped me for a night. So like I went to see the next month, the next show they were doing had one less role. So everyone stayed except for me. So I was like, well, I'm going to come see the show then because I got free tickets. And after a month of like getting to know the bartenders and more importantly, getting to know which bartenders you go to, I ended up getting just a pint of various rums. It was all flavored rums, and I'm very sensitive to the taste of alcohol, and I couldn't taste the alcohol, and it was very high. So I had a very fun evening, but there's a point where it's like, okay, I think I'm okay to drive, and I drove, and I got to where I was staying that night. And then the next wave of drunk hit as I parked.
Oh,
and
no.
It was like, I could not have timed that better.
I think our bodies do that. I think like the chemicals in our brain are like, all right, turn up some adrenaline or whatever, because we got to focus because this has to get done, like, or we die. And then you finish doing the thing and then your body's like, Okay.
No, that's a good point. And also, I wouldn't have done that if I didn't know that that whole ride was just empty roads in the middle of the night beach. Nobody's out on that
Yeah.
route that late. It was perfect. And then I was like, oh, cool. I'm drunk again. I'm going to
Yay.
go drink some more.
Nice. Evelyn knows about NOLA, and Kevin is getting ready to go there. What are you doing in NOLA, Kevin? And then Evelyn, I know that we talk about NOLA all the time on the show, but I don't really remember like if you're from there or why we talk about it all the time. But yeah. Oh, Kevin, I hope you do good. Quad all the balls. You live in Denham Springs. Okay, I dated a guy who was from Denham Springs once. It's cute.
I know Evelyn's from the NOLA area because of the amount of I bring up muffaladas a lot for somebody who's never been to New Orleans.
Oh, you do.
Yeah. It's just such a good sandwich.
Evelyn, have we met? Have you come to the Louisiana Fair? I feel like we should have met before. It is a good sandwich. If only I liked olives, but I always get it without the olive salad on it because the meat and the cheese and the bread is still good.
The meat and the cheese and the bread is still good. I do have to say there's something magical about that olive spread, but then again, I love olives, so I am pretty partial. I am pretty biased.
Yeah, that's okay. You can like olives. I'll still like you. Yeah,
That's good.
Kevin, you've met everybody. Kevin, you know more people than I do. Well, I guess that makes sense.
Well, not me. I'm like the opposite of you, Kitty. I'm like, nobody's ever met me.
I'm not even sure you're real.
I'm not even sure I'm real. In fact, if you look at me on paper, it doesn't look good. I'm pretty sure I am the figment of someone's imagination. I just don't know whose.
I forgot what I was going to say because I was reading about Evelyn's hubby dressing up as the plague doctor.
Oh, well, we all want to. I love plague doctors.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. It's just something that I've said before on this show. But I guess I could say it again. I can't wait until we meet in real life because I know that I'm like, even though I'm aware that you are tall, I know it's still going to be weird because we're the same height right now.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be so disoriented.
I'm just going to be like, whoa, hey, Cubby.
It's true. Assuming I'm tall, because I might not be real.
Oh, that's also true.
As previously stated. Kitty, have you ever seen my plague doctor mask?
Yeah, but you could show it again if you want to, since you haven't put on a mask yet.
It is also like the best plague doctor mask ever.
Cubby is tall.
Do you want to guess my height, Quad Kevin? I'll give you a hint by standing up in front of the camera because I have to go over. I'm pointing to my plague mask right now.
I know he's at over 6 feet, but I can't remember the rest of it. And I'm 5'2", barely. He has returned.
Well, here's the thing. I don't really do any Ren fairs. I'm like, I only did one Ren fair once. Don't tell Paulo. I'm actually really underqualified to be on this channel.
Oh man, I'm not saying anything because I don't want you to get fired for non-compliance.
I don't want. Just a little bit less than that. 6'4".
6'4", that's so tall.
Just like Abraham Lincoln, America's tallest president.
That guy was cheating. He just had a tall hat.
No, he was. That's
No, I
before
know.
the hat. He was like 8 foot tall with that hat. You see him with that hat on, you'd be like, "Whoa, Abe, how'd you get taller?"
Did other people wear hats that tall, or was he just really that fashion forward?
People did wear. That was not that unusual of a hat, because like you want to see a really fun. You look at Billy Butcher in Gangs of New York.
I never saw that. I should watch that movie.
He's got a great top hat because it's like just as tall as the Lincoln one, but it flares out a bit, so it's like.
Ooh.
I tell you, bar none, best performance in that movie is that top hat.
Okay. I should resin this, but I don't want to. Okay. Oh, I have not seen your Plague Doctor mask before.
Isn't it amazing?
I just assumed I've seen you in a Plague Doctor mask because it just seems like something I've seen before, but I've not seen that one. Did you make it?
No, a friend of mine, so during.
Make it. Wait, hold it up closer. I want to see the details.
Look at these fabric choices.
Oh, I have a face mask made out of that eyeball fabric.
And then this is just to match the colors.
Uh-huh.
Oh, even the inside is awesome.
Yeah. Oh my
So-
god.
So during the pandemic, somebody came out with instructions on how to make a quilted Plague Doctor mask.
That makes
And a
sense.
friend of mine made it and sent it to me because she knew I would wear it. And it's so beautiful.
It's so good. I love those colors.
And I feel good because it keeps a lot of air in. So whenever I put like just goggle glass or something in the eyes, it fogged up right away. So these are actually just screens of just
Ooh.
metal with a bunch of holes in it.
They look like why can't I remember what they're called when you stick them in the light next to the gels? There's a word for the little thing. Gobo, yeah.
Yeah. No, they do look a lot like Go. Although honestly, if you put this Gobo in, it would be incredibly difficult to focus it like so that you saw the different lights because it's so small. But like, yeah, very Gobo like.
I'm gonna go look at Evelyn's husband's mask on Discord right now.
Oh, I have to open Discord first.
I have to remember where I put Discord on my phone. I could just do it on my computer. No, phone's easier.
Yeah, I actually considered for a little while maybe making a sachet. I was eating salt and pepper pistachios a lot, and those shells smelled really good, so I thought about making a sachet of that.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention to what you just said. I was looking at the picture. What did you say?
I considered making a little sachet.
Oh, yeah.
Ground
Just to be
flour.
Extra
Yeah.
authentic.
But out of pistachio shells.
Mm.
So it would smell like yummy.
Bye, Kevin.
Bye, Kevin.
He's such an important work guy. He's gonna go do all the stuff. Okay, so
I'm
Evelyn
glad you
posted
didn't
a
have a
picture.
meeting earlier, though.
Yeah.
What was that, Kitty?
Evelyn posted a picture, and now I'm looking at a picture of her husband in his Plague Doctor mask. He looks very cool. And her, and I do think we have met because I'm looking at your face and it looks familiar.
Discord is still opening on my computer, so I can't look yet, but I realized I should just throw this on and
Yeah.
hang.
Well, now I want a cool mask. I wonder if I could just assemble a mask out of all the garbage on my desk right now. God, I need to clean this place up one day.
For the record, I would say you absolutely could do that.
probably
I have no
different.
doubts in your ability.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to, I think it would be digging into supplies that I don't need to just waste on sticking to my face. I have these things sitting here and they're just like waiting to be used for something and I don't know what.
Or stuck on a face.
Yeah, I could just stick all these in my face and call it a mask. Kevin, how's that any different from what you're doing right now? Oh, no, you were goofing off. Okay. Yeah, so listen to other people talk. Just listen to us talk and call it a meeting.
Yeah. Yeah, just put us on the calendar.
Now I'm yellow. Now I'm blue.
Blue data, blue data, blue data, blue data, blue.
Wait, I'm gonna make myself 3D. Yeah, I
You
want to
look
do.
so lifelike.
It's like I'm real. I look like I'm wearing a toga.
Oh, yeah.
It's just I cut I hate t-shirt necks, so I always cut them
Yeah.
out. I cut this one pretty big. And so then now I'm wearing a toga.
Actually, funny enough, the other person that I know who does that with is the man I learned Commedia dell'arte from, Maestro Antonio Fava. He's a tiny little Italian man, and he wears like black tights and a tight black t-shirt, and then on top of that, a big t-shirt with the nut cut out, and he's such a friendly looking person.
I love him already. I mean, anybody who teaches Commedia is obviously going to be rad.
Yeah, and he's maybe the best at it. I'm biased because I consider myself a little bit of a disciple. Like I very much agree with his Commedia worldview.
I have not studied Commedia in a really long time, but I would not be who I am doing what I am doing today if not for Commedia and the time that I spent studying it.
Same. I feel like the Commedia and the clown work I did is just foundational to all of my acting.
Yeah. Shakespeare, man. It was Shakespeare who did it to me.
Dude, Shakespeare's just all of Shakespeare's comedies are just Commedia plays.
Yeah. Yeah. And when I found out how much I loved playing those characters, I was like, let me go deeper.
Well, yeah, not just his comedies actually, because Romeo and Juliet it's a perfect Commedia setup. It's like a classic Commedia setup.
It's just not that funny.
Well, it is funny. It starts funny.
I was just being sarcastic.
I know, but like
tragedy, but it didn't work because it does actually have a lot of comedy in it.
Because it starts with that whole thumb scene.
The thumb thing is hilarious.
And that is the get to. I gotta say, also that plot, like, I didn't realize it for the longest time because it starts with that and they're talking about it, and that leads to them deciding to crash the Capulets. They pick up, like, everything is just set into place, boom, 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 effortlessly.
Yeah.
Like, people say Paddington 2 is a great script because it is. And I'd say the Shakespeare is almost Paddington 2 levels of writing.
Is that the bear movie?
There have been a few bear movies, but Paddington is a bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And Paddington 2 is better than Paddington 1?
Paddington 2 is better than Paddington 1, but Paddington 1 is really good. But Paddington 2 is like Paddington, but just a little bit more so, and it has Hugh Grant as the villain, as an evil actor who uses characters, which is like my favorite thing. I love a character bad guy. Give me a what's his name from Series of Unfortunate Events, or Robbie Rotten from Sports
Oh my
Town.
god. The new Sonic movies, Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. He's so good. He steals the show.
Yeah, he does a very good job as Dr. It's honestly, it's like, it's so weird because as an actor, it almost feels like what he was working toward. Like, that is the end result of everything before. And then he did it and he's like, and I'm giving up on acting. And it's like, no, just be Dr. Robotnik forever.
Maybe it's exhausting.
I am familiar with the complete works of Shakespeare Abridged, but I haven't seen it. I was in it as directed by Shoshi a good number of years ago, like 10 to 15 years ago.
I saw it even longer ago than that. I think I was just out of high school when I saw it. I don't remember it, but I mean, I know it.
But let me tell you, I vomited like a champ. I cried. I vomited.
You're a true thespian.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that too.
My banter has gone downhill. Should we do trivia?
Oh, we should do trivia. We've got like 20 minutes left. Oh, we haven't done this one in a little while. And I think you're going to like the sound of it.
Okay.
Oh, dang it. I just saw what was underneath. Okay, it's a choice now.
Okay.
Kitty. Dinosaur trivia or, and I'm not stalling right now, because if I were stalling, it would have been, I would have forgotten to get the second one after telling you there was a choice, or Shakespeare.
Oh, man, we were just talking about Shakespeare, but dinosaurs.
I picked up the dinosaurs and I saw Shakespeare was under it, and I was like, oh, we were just talking about it, so I have to throw it out there.
Okay, we're going to have to flip a coin.
Oh, wait, we have a vote for dinosaur.
Hey, that works.
And it's Reverend
The
Tommy.
logic is sound.
He can take us off the air if we don't appease him.
Don't tell him that. He doesn't need the power to go to his head any more than it already does.
Oh, I can tell him that because I know we're safe in Reverend Tommy's hands.
That's true. Always felt very safe under the care of Reverend Tommy.
Okay. Like, yes, but technically
I forgot about the look.
it happens. Wait, what's the look?
Oh, it's just a face that Tommy would make at me when we used to hang out a million years ago. I haven't seen him since, like, I don't know. It's been a while. 2019 or something.
I misread that as give Kitty the look, and I thought you were telling me to do that, and I was like, I don't know how to do that. And then I reread it, and I'm like, oh, good.
No, he's already got a look. He was giving it to me, but if you wanted to try, you could. I don't know what your look would be like.
What am I trying to convey?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Oh, well then I'm not going to give you that look. I definitely don't feel prepared for that this morning.
But you don't know.
Whatever
mind.
it is, I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared for
No
any.
way. I'm not prepared either. I'm ready to go back to bed. But we have to get through this trivia. It's very important. We have to do dinosaur trivia.
Yes.
Dinosaur trivia is hard because I learned so much about dinosaurs when I was in like when I was a little kid. When I like one of the first things I was into was dinosaurs. And I knew so much about dinosaurs, but so much of that information from the 90s is not correct anymore.
That's also, yeah. Stuff changes a lot in paleontology. It's amazing how much stuff changed. I've been into a paleontologist YouTuber off and on, and like when they start going into the nitty-gritty, it's fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Dinosaurs are cool. Okay, here we
So
go.
the first category is traits.
Traits?
Traits.
Okay.
What is notable about the brain size of a stegosaurus?
I think he's got a really big one or something.
It's a tiny. I'm picturing a stegosaurus, and his head is looking tiny. You know what? You say big.
I
I'm
think
gonna say it's real tiny.
well, there's also like he's got one in his tail or
That's
something like that.
I couldn't remember if that's the one where the brain is so small they're like there has to be a second brain. There's no way this brain can control this whole body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was the question worded again?
What is notable about the brain size of a stegosaurus?
The brain size. I mean, the way that question is, it's either going to be really small or really big.
I feel
But-
like that is the phrase, Carrot Chapel.
Oh,
Yeah.
walnut.
I don't know if it's scientifically true, but I think that is the phrase that I have heard a lot, and I think
Do
I
we use walnut for brain size just because walnuts also look like brains?
yes, because they could also say the size of a gooseberry.
Gooseberries are cute.
They are cute. And gooseberries are a little smaller than walnuts, but a big gooseberry is bigger than a walnut, so it feels fair. Okay.
Okay.
The next category is pop culture. So it could just be about Jurassic Park.
Dinosaur pop culture.
During the 1970s, what novelty band included their song Seaside Shuffle in an album illustrated with a rainbow-colored Tyrannosaurus Rex?
What years?
1970s.
It wouldn't be T-Rex. That's just too on the nose.
Yeah, plus, you can't call T-Rex a novelty band, right? They were glam.
Oh, I missed the novelty band part. Okay, so it's a novelty band from the 70s. What exactly is a novelty band?
Basically, a high concept band where, like, they never escape the concept.
Like Kiss?
Kiss is not considered a novelty band just because they stuck around for so long.
Yeah, okay.
But they're
if Kiss-
almost a novelty band.
Yeah, if Kiss hadn't been successful, they would be a novelty band.
You know what? If they had not been successful, they would have been just written off as a novelty band.
Yeah.
But they were
P-Lander Z.
Hmm?
P-Lander Z?
I don't know them.
Oh my God, Cuppy, you would love P-Lander Z. It's this group of Japanese aliens from P-Land, and they're also a punk band, and they put on a really fantastic show, and I don't know how to explain P-Landers either. They're just big fucking weirdos.
That sounds pretty awesome. I love a band that tells you they're from space.
Yeah.
That's honestly, if a band there's this, I randomly caught this movie on streaming called The History of Future Folk, and it's about a 2-person folk band from space.
That sounds fun.
It is. I dug their music. I liked the music a lot more than the movie itself.
Guar is a novelty band.
Oh,
We keep just naming too successful of a band for it to really be novelty, but I mean, I think it is.
okay. I'm gonna throw out, honestly, the only novelty band from this that I would say is definitely a 70s novelty band. And it sounds like they would have a song called Seaside Shuffle. I'm gonna say it's Sha-Na-Na.
Sha-Na-Na. I'm trying to think of another novelty band from the 70s just so I could give another answer. I'm going to go with Kiss.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Friends, foes, and families is the next category. In 1997, paleontologists found fossilized tooth fragments of Cretaceous period shark Squalocorax embedded in which bone from a Hadrosaurus? Foot, tail, or skull?
Well, foot seems obvious. Skull seems a little harder, but it could be. Tail is fun. I'm going to go with tail.
I'm going to go with skull because that sounds awesome.
It's rad, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I should say foot then because Evelyn said skull, but I don't care. I'm saying skull because skulls are cool.
Your answer, yeah.
Next category is discoveries.
Ooh.
In which of these romantic sounding locations was the Eoraptor discovered in 1993? Valley of the Moon, Honeymoon Island, or Moonlight Mountain?
Valley of the Moon.
I'm going to say Moonlight Mountain. I just like the sound of that one.
I like the sound of Valley of the Moon. I want to live there.
Yeah, that sounds... I don't know why, but that sounds like it would be a great name for like a prehistoric valley with like dinosaurs and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to live there with the dinosaur bones.
Or living dinosaurs. Like, I mean, we're making it up. We can just have dinosaurs.
Okay, I would like that. I want to have a cute little saddle that I ride my dinosaurs around with.
That means you can be trusted with a time machine.
Good.
The next category is habits.
Ooh.
The largest land animals of the Jurassic period were called sauropods. Like which of these extremely long-necked herbivores?
Is this a multiple choice?
Yeah, it gives you 3. The phrasing of that is really weird. I think it's given us 3 dinosaurs and we have to pick out which one is the sauropod.
I think so too. That's what I got.
Okay, now the 3 are Diplodocus, Brachiosaurus, or Plateosaurus.
Those are all sauropods.
I'm not really sure what that question's asking then.
Maybe it's a trick question. Say it again.
What?
Say it again.
The largest land animals of the Jurassic period were called sauropods, like which of these extremely long-necked herbivores? Diplodocus, Brachiosaurus, or Plateosaurus?
Okay, so Brachiosaurus is definitely a sauropod.
Yeah,
So you're saying Diplodocus, but I thought you said Diplodocus, or I don't know if that's just a different pronunciation or a different dinosaur altogether.
I've heard Diplodocus, but I think you're right.
Diplodocus. And I'm pretty sure Diplodocus is a sauropod too. And what was the third one?
Is that the duck-billed one though?
Diplodocus?
Yeah.
No, that's oh, maybe you're right. I don't know. I used to know, so I've forgotten more about dinosaurs than most people know.
So I've been trying to say the words as close to what I think is correct as possible. The last one, if I just gave up, would be Plateosaurus.
Platosaurus.
That's what I've been saying, Plateosaurus, but like, yeah, Plateosaurus is just so you can see it in your head.
I'm looking up Diplodocus because we know the answer is Brachiosaurus if it's not a trick question and it's all of them.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to look it up until afterwards. I'm going to say it's a trick question and they're all long necks. I mean, they're all sauropods.
I like that answer. And there's one question left on the card. The category is name it. When a dinosaur name ends in Sora and not the more common Saurus, what important information does it tell us?
Say the last part again.
I'll say the whole thing again.
Okay, say the whole thing again.
When a dinosaur name ends in Sora instead of Saurus, what important information does it tell us?
Damn. We should have done Shakespeare because now I'm feeling embarrassed about my lack of dinosaur knowledge. All right, let's see if we could think of one that ends that way.
I think isn't that the pluralization?
It sounds like it to me.
It sounds like the plural. I'm just going to say that there's more than one.
That would be such a silly question, but that was my first thought as well. I'm going to go with you on that one.
Okay, I was wrong. And the real answer is pretty cool. But we're going to do those answers in order.
Mm-hmm.
So, relative to its body size, it had one of the smallest brains of all of the dinosaurs.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay. The novelty band is called Pterodactyl and the Dinosaurs.
Oh, God.
So, I'm gonna have to look them up and learn a little bit more about this band.
Yeah, because I feel like that's like his neighbor's uncle's band.
It's Foot. It was the foot. It wasn't the tail or the skull. Valley of the Moon.
Yay, I was right.
It was Diplodocus or Diplodocus.
Diplodocus.
Yeah, the other two are prosauropods.
Well, that's just still a trick question.
Yeah.
I found Pterodactyl and the Dinosaurs. Seaside Shuffle.
But first.
Oh yeah, we gotta finish this.
When it ends in an A and not a US, it indicates that it is a female dinosaur.
That seems bogus.
It seems dumb, but like language does do that, so I'm like, okay.
I've also never heard anyone like use that.
Yeah, it does seem a little bogus.
Yeah.
Well, what's fun is like what I kind of love about this is when I first got it, it was like, oh, sweet, dinosaurs. And then it asks such weirdly technical questions. So I have to say, between how much fun you think these are going to be and how much fun they are, I think you got kind of a perfect insight into this.
I bet if we were paleontologists, we would have thought that was really fun.
Oh, if we were paleontologists, we thought we would have been like, that's too easy.
Yeah. If we were paleontologists, we would still be doing this show too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd probably just maybe have more to do with dinosaurs more often.
Yeah. Or maybe not. Maybe we'd need more of a break.
Yeah.
From all of the paleontology we're doing.
Maybe I'd be drawing dinosaurs.
But also things like that kind of also like prove to me that I love trivia, because I love a trivia. I love an impossible trivia deck.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is so great. I love that it looks like it's going to be so much fun, and then the questions just aren't any fun at all. They just aren't fun.
Yeah.
And
like,
I love it.
Who made this? Someone who hates fun decided on these questions.
It's an official Trivial Pursuit release. I think it might have been made by paleontologists. It was made by paleontologists, and it's the paleontologists' idea of fun.
Oh, because they're boring nerds.
I love it even more now. And that actually brings us right up to time.
Oh my goodness. Already.
Yeah, we're like pros or something.
Yeah. It's true. It's facts. It's in Wikipedia.
I wasn't trying to. I love expressing how delightful I find it when something is like the opposite kind of fun to what I think it's going to be. Like if I can tell a quick anecdote before we go.
Please do.
So a hobby of mine is I like to collect junior park ranger badges at national parks, because I think it's way more fun than like the passport book. You get a little activity book, you get to fill it out, you get to learn a bunch of stuff. It gives you a small itinerary of things to work on. Like, love it. And so, because I'm abusing a program that is obviously intended for children, I try to make it as much fun as I can for the ranger that I turn it into.
Uh-huh.
And there was this one time where I was doing an advertising gig, and I was on the space of Independence National Park in Philadelphia, and there was nobody around that day. It was super slow. So I got one and I started filling it out when I was bored. And at the end of the day, when I'm ready to go home, I go up to the counter and I give it to the person, and the guy starts looking through it.
Yeah.
And he goes to it, and it's all very silly answers that I put in. And he starts correcting me. And like my first reaction was like, dude, be cool. You know? And then I'm like, no, he's not being cool. He's being awesome. Yeah. This is so much. He made me go through the entire booklet and learn the correct answer. Just straight faced. And it was just an absolute delight.
Oh my God. I love that he did it completely straight faced too.
I don't think it was a joke to him. I think he was just like, oh, that answer is incorrect. We'll have to talk. Which I only love more. Honestly,
He's just doing his job.
I'm filled with love, whether this is just a very straightforward, neurodivergent guy who takes these facts very seriously,
Yeah.
or if he's just a brilliant, funny dude who's like, oh, you think you're gonna have fun with this? This is my house. Either way, it's just utterly
Win-win.
It
Yeah.
makes me so happy.
I love that guy.
That guy, that guy is amazing. Wherever you are, sir.
What park was it?
Independence.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go there, fill out the whole thing, and then bring it to the guy at the desk, and hopefully I get the same dude.
I really hope you get this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is my hope for you, Kitty.
Thank you. I don't even know where Independence Park is.
It's in Philadelphia. It's
okay.
That's the name of the Declaration.
That one.
Yeah, Independence, because it's centered on Independence Hall. So the whole part, because it's actually quite large. It's lovely. It's lovely just to walk around, but the whole thing is called Independence.
Got it. Where's the Liberty Bell? I went there. I saw the Liberty Bell.
Oh, Liberty Bell is that's where the Liberty Bell is.
Okay, so I have been there.
Yeah, like
All
across the street is the visitor center, and then like if you keep going from the visitor center past the Liberty Bell, another block, you'll end up at Independence Hall.
Huh. I wonder if I was in the park.
You were. That's all parkland.
Yeah. Yay! Well, I didn't know about filling out the thing or the guy at the time when I was there.
It's every national park has a junior park ranger program. You just have to like go up and ask them for a booklet. It's so much fun. I love doing. It's actually Shoshi is the one who told me about it.
That seems like a Shoshi thing to do.
It is. And so my very first junior park ranger badge was on the Edgar Allan Poe site in Philadelphia.
Do they give you a badge? They give you a thing?
They give you a little plastic badge with a pin on it that says Junior Park Ranger, and it's got the seal of the National Park Service, and then it has the name of the park. So it's a different one for every park. I'm
angry that I didn't have this before now, like, because I've been to places where I could have gotten these. I would love that. That sounds fun.
But now you can.
Now I can. I shall.
You know what? If you can remind me next week, I can show off some of my collection of Junior Park Ranger badges.
I will. Maybe I'll drive up to the Grand Canyon real quick and go get one there.
Ooh.
I live 3.5 hours away from it.
Ooh, I've never been.
I haven't been inside of it, but I did go look at look at it. It's a very big hole.
That's what I've heard. One could almost say great.
It's a pretty great hole. I looked at it and I said, yeah.
Okay. So, goodbye, everyone. Thank you for tuning in with us. Thanks for making Wednesdays the best day of the week.
Evelyn, you're going to get this note in the mail with some earrings.
Oh, and I didn't get a chance to look at Discord yet. I get to look at a Plague Doctor.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Woohoo. All right. Oh, found it.
Bye. See you next week, probably.